I never expected to find myself sitting in this tiny dark room. Motherhood is full of moments like this, unexpected snapshots in your life's photo stream. You scroll through and there you are, peeing in your pants during a sneeze. Or holding someone's chewed up, spit out food. Or digging for your baby's booger like MacGyver with a twisted paper towel tip. When I was a little girl dreaming up my life didn't look like this. You know, if I'm being honest, in my dreams, even I wasn't me. I was a brunette version of Glinda the Good Witch, floating through life, granting wishes to all of my well-dressed, well-mannered children. It turns out that instead of granting wishes, I nag people to look for their lost gloves and water bottles. Instead of a pink, sparkling gown, I toggle between mismatched pajamas and bargain rack athletic wear. Instead of a magic wand, I carry a slotted spoon. Sometimes I chase the children with it. All of us dreamed some dream of motherhood, didn't we? And by now, all of us know that motherhood doesn't come made to order. So when I found myself in the observation room of a social skills class for 7-year-olds, it was just one more unexpected moment in my life's motherhood highlight reel. If you've ever found yourself in a closet-sized room surrounded by the backside of one-way mirrors, then you probably know the language we speak there. It's a language of diagnoses and medication names, of diet plans and therapy regimes, of PTs, OTs, SLPs, and IEPs. Our acronyms have acronyms. We are the observation room moms. In this social skills class, the first of what will be many for my son, our kids are learning to be social detectives. They are learning to use detective skills to help them know what others are thinking, planning, and feeling. Shh, they're starting, one of us whispers. I pull my chair up to the glass to get a better view of my little guy. He's one of 5 boys in the circle. They're sitting on the floor so nicely. Okay, friends, our therapist begins. We're going to look at some pictures and talk about what's happening in them, okay? She holds up an 8x10 of a crying baby girl in footed pajamas, a little over a year old. She's standing in her crib with one leg draped over the edge of the guardrail, and she's screaming. What about this one, Kristen says. What's happening in this picture? All 5 of them stare at her like she has just asked them to explain string theory. Come on, friends, you can do this. What's the baby feeling? What's happening? Finally, my son raises his hand and says in his little monotone way, "Is that a baby or a young child?" He can't go any further until that question is settled. Another boy says, "Is that person getting into the crib or out of the crib?" They don't know. Why do you think she's crying, the therapist asks. Maybe she wants to play Minecraft and her mom won't let her. No, my son objects. She's too young to play video games. Wait, is that a boy or a girl? God bless them, each and every one. They have no idea what is going on in that picture. They could just as soon fly to the moon as understand why that child is crying or what anyone should do about it. And it's hilarious. And it's heartbreaking. There in that tiny room rising up in our chests is an emotion we know all too well, a special flavor that might be reserved for those of us with special kids. Chest-crushing fear and nerve-wracking anxiety and gut-busting laughter all swirled up like a suicide snow cone. We have no idea if our kids will ever be able to make their own way in the real world, and that will keep you up at night. But those kids, those are some hilarious and precious little souls on the other side of that glass. When the exercise is over, we moms all look at each other relieved. Watching our children struggle through what seem like the most simple questions is a small agony. But in this little room, at least we are among our own. We don't have to explain or apologize here. There are no illusions of Oz or magic wands here. Here in this observation room, we see each other. We know that our seams are close to ripping apart and the rest of the world doesn't see it. By simply being here together, we help each other remember to breathe. We need help remembering things like that. When we try to follow that invisible thread into our dreams for our children, and it leads us into clouds so dark we can't see which way is up. Together we remember that though you can't see in the dark, you can still breathe. We're mothers. We already know that life doesn't turn out the way you thought it would. We all know that by now. But we keep living this life we've been given, and we stand guard over our dreams for our children and over their dreams for themselves, dreams they don't even have yet. And we fight for the possibilities, and we carry their burdens, and we hold on to hope, and we dream right on.